number 18, Sam Hughes. At defense, number 20, Celeste Forte. At attack, number 21, Clark Hamilton. At midfield, number 23, Riley Lucy. At defense, number 25, Teresa Brad. At defense, number 26, Ashley Dwyer. At attack, number 27, Gianna Monaco. In goal, number 35, Georgia Hoy. And number 48 at midfield, Jenny Markey. Florida Gators are coached by head coach Amanda O'Leary. She is assisted by Reggie Thorpe, Haley Hicklin, and Nicole Levy. And now, it's time to meet the starters for your UC Davis Aggies. Starting in goal, number 0, Allie Richardson Pepper. At defense, number 3, CJ Urbanek. At defense, number 4, Callie Schwartz. At attack, number 6, Alex Agnew. At attack, number 9, Cammy Johnson. At defense, number 11, Katie Jones. At defense, number 16, Haley Dahmer. At attack, number 17, Alana Scott. At attack, number 18, Eddie Zipperman. At attack, number 20, Ellie Rappo. At midfield, number 22, Natalie Markman. And at defense, number 27, Katie Sullivan. The Aggies are coached by Suzanne Isidore and assisted by Victoria Tucci, Anna Bellinis, and Frank Restitatis. At this time, we ask that you please rise if you are able and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome to UC Davis Health Stadium for a matchup between the visiting Gators from Florida, coming in at number 7 in the polls, and your hometown Aggies from UC Davis. This is the third matchup between these two teams all time. Florida holding a 2-0 record in those games, but you play the games for a reason, so we're looking forward to a good one here today. I'm Chris Marshall with you solo. I'll be with you all game. Feel free to interact if you'd like. You can find me on X at CMarshallLSN. Fire away some tweets. Love to spend the evening with you. Gators doing some traveling, coming in on a 6-game win streak, coming in from Philadelphia, where they had an overtime victory on Wednesday against UPenn. So kind of a tight turnaround to get to Davis. Some interesting travel arrangements coming through there to make sure you're here in time to get some practice in before the game. On that side of the ball, they can put it in the back of the net. I think you look for Franny Hahn to be the facilitator. 18 goals, 31 assists on the season. Then you got a murderer's row of goal scorers with Monaco, Hamilton, and Davies, all with 25-plus on the season. Hamilton and Davies shoot at a little bit better clip than Monaco, but you got to shoot to score. On the other side of the ball for the Aggies, they're coming away from a big victory against San Diego State in San Diego, so hoping to make it 2 in a row here against the Gators. Leading the way, grad student Alex Agnew. Pretty even in terms of her production, 18 assists, 16 goals on 27 shots. That's pretty efficient. Also adds 4 ground balls and 3 draw controls. A little bit of a two-headed beast here in the draw circle as you look for Brislin and Picardi. With over 20 draw controls, Florida, a team ranked as highly as it is, and with their record, pretty even on the draw circle, so they score a lot of their points in transition and take advantage of the athleticism that has become a staple on these Coach O'Leary teams. And we're off. And the first one going Davis's way, going to get a trip as we get a stoppage, and it is just a beautiful night for Lacrosse. With about 63 degrees. Get a little chilly once the sun goes down, but I'm having a great time so far. It's our first look at the Davis offense. So they work it around to Agnew and back behind the goal. Expect Davis to try and control the pace. Still flip on the cutback. Keep moving, Florida not biting. But expect Davis to slow the pace of the game today. Really want to keep the ball out of the sticks of the high-powered offense of the Gators. And there's the call from the sideline. Has her defender hung up, trying to turn the corner, can't get the shot off. Try from a different angle. And there's a save as Lauren Picardi couldn't find the back of the net. Speaking of two-headed beasts, Georgia Hoey and Elise Fennell have been splitting the duties between the pipes for the Gators. Loses her footing, stays with the Gators, and she's going to get it back. That's Josie Hahn. Older sister of leading point getter Franny Hahn. Some history with sisters on this Gator squad. The Pareca sisters in recent memory scored an awful lot of points on some very good teams. So rolling away from the pressure, trying to get the shot off. Solid defense. Sideline likes it. A little bit of an ISO. There's the shot. That one hits the back of the net for the Gators, and that's going to push it to 1-0. They like that matchup. But just turning away and finding the back of the net. And that was Clark Hamilton out of Powder Springs, Georgia. A lot of good players coming out of Georgia now, kind of a newer your hotbed for the sport of lacrosse. Kennesaw State out in Alpharetta on the schedule for the Gators this year. It's a big victory for Florida, 18-5 in their second game of the season, but a lot of growth in the South in terms of lacrosse. Still up, who's got it? Goosed out, going to come up Gators. This is trouble. A little bit of a numbers opportunity coming downhill. It's again Josie Hahn. It's Hamilton. Likes her matchup again. By her defender, misses the frame. Looked like Richardson Pepper had a good line on that one. Quick restart. And it looked like they're going to get a hold going against the Gators. UC Davis got bailed out a little bit there. So one-on-one coming their way. See if they can get the ball back onto the offensive side here. Strong ride from the Gators. A little bit of a risky over-the-head check. And Picardi able to get the ball over. She steps inside the 12. Davis goes back to work. Scott trying to back down her defender. Quick double. Moves it quickly. See if Agnew can get by. Again, good help defense. Slams the door. About 35 on the shot clock. A little bit of a lane. Head up. Looking for help. Nice handle. There's the shot just off the mark. Defender paid the price as Grace Gebhardt came down through the lane. 20 on the shot. But that was a pretty good scoring opportunity. Gebhardt wants it back. Under 10 on the shot clock. Needs to get something going quickly. Draws the double. Thinks about the shot. Can't get it off. Opts to throw it into the corner. If you can't get the shot off, then that is a pretty solid strategy to make sure you can get your defensive personnel on and get back into the hole. And again, love to hear from you where you're watching from, who you are watching for on X at CMarshallLSN. Certainly makes it more fun for me. I hope it makes it more fun for you. And they're seeing something with this matchup with Clark, Hamilton. He's been having no trouble getting by our defender. Again, trusting their matchups. They want to pull the other offensive players out, create a one-on-one dodging opportunity there. And there's a big save. Richardson Pepper up to the challenge. Nice ground ball in traffic by the Aggies. Coming downhill. That's Dahmers. Threading the needle. Nice hustle play to get it back on the offensive side for the Aggies. Had good luck going to Gebhardt. And she's been able to get through on the back cuts. Gebhardt with it again. Head up. The shot, but caught. Good opportunity here. Door shut by the Gators. A little bit of a hidden ball trick there. Gebhardt tries to turn the corner. There's going to be a call going against the Gators. Didn't get a good look at what it was, but going to get the worst angle on one of these pre-position shots right across the front. Agnew almost able to slap that one in. Stays with the Aggies. Davis looking pretty comfortable. in their offense. They got a reset on the shot clock. One back to the left. And this is a pretty good scoring opportunity for the Aggies early in this one. You know, you'd love to find the back of the net. Alana Scott going to be doing the honors. Wind-up shot. Changes the plane. Up for the challenge is Hoey. And Gators coming back the other direction. But like that shot, good fundamental shot, changing the plane. That's just a good save. Opening coming down the middle. And that's going to be appears to be a shooting space. And this is going to be a good opportunity going the other direction for Gianna Monaco, one of the leading scorers for this Gator squad. And she's able to turn the corner, take that championship step, go low to low, and put the Gators up by 2. A couple different ways to attack the free position shots. Obviously, if you've got kind of juice that an Izzy Skane or Charlotte North have, then step down, shoot. So you're either going to see those shots coming from the outside, or in that case, using your speed to get in tight, create a higher percentage shot, because sometimes those further out shots can be easier to save. But any way you slice it, that's exactly how you draw it up. It's about halfway through the first. 2-0 Gators. Coach Isidore put together a pretty formidable schedule this year. Had the Gators and Notre Dame coming to town along with Villanova. Started the season with a game at Stanford, who was ranked 15 at the time, but has shown that that ranking was too high, as they've had a really nice season. One of the better ones in terms of ranking for the Cardinal. Big result yesterday, North Carolina taking down Northwestern in a pretty close one, but big result. A lot of history between those two squads, and there's another one that finds the back of the net. Once again, Monaco, that's her second. And the Gators starting to apply some pressure to the gas pedal. You have to think that they'd want to get out in front early and maybe give an opportunity for some of the starters to take some time off, as we're going to see a timeout here. But after that quick turnaround for the overtime game in Philadelphia on Wednesday, definitely some tired legs that'll come with that. Flying as well as playing a game like that will certainly take it out of you. But reminder, be interactive. Find me on X at CMarshall LSN. Love to hear from you, where you're watching from, who you are rooting for, and what you think of the game so far. But so far it's been all Gators. Quick look at the stats. We got 3-0. A couple saves for both goalies.
Broadcasting? I didn't know it was going to be a commentator, but I was hearing for the goalie, the pronunciation of her name is Hoy. Thank you.
And good time for a reset. Opportunity for Coach Isidore to talk it over with the squad. Again, mentioned Notre Dame coming to town. And that one was a really competitive game in the first half. It was 1-goal advantage for Notre Dame before they broke it open in the second half. So you'd like to keep this close early. I mean, the teams that hang around are the ones you got to look out for. And a little early, that one's going to go against the Aggies. You don't love to see that coming out of a timeout. And Hamilton with it again, sends it across the top. It's Davies, likes her matchup. Gets to the right side, too tall. Going to stay with the Gators. 68 seconds left on the shot clock. Trying to turn the corner. Looks to send it across. See if Hamilton's going to be able to run that down, and she is, just before the sideline. Hamilton with the shot, but Richardson Pepper makes another save. And anytime you can make a save on a good shot like that, give your squad a little bit of extra momentum. See if Davis can capitalize. Florida doing a good job of closing the gaps on the ride, making things difficult for Davis, and they were unable to get the ball across. So that's a turnover. Sending the ball to the Gators. Bragg doesn't like what she sees, turns back. Looks like Dyer able to get it across. As Gators go back into their offense. Again, we've seen a lot of ability on the one-on-one matchups for the Gators to get the shots they want. And there's a low-to-low. Richardson Pepper up to the challenge, but that one somehow gooses out, goes to Florida. This is trouble. That one finds the back of the net. Pretty much automatic from there for Franny Hahn as she's able to push the lead to 4-0 here in the first quarter. And that's certainly something that can be a little frustrating. Richardson Pepper able to come away with a really good save. Couldn't get the ball back the other way. Florida able to take advantage of the loose ball and find one in the back of the net in the unsettled situation. I think you're Davis here. You'd love to get a longer offensive set. That one goosed out. They had a good line on it, and that one's going to go out of bounds off the Gators. And UC Davis is going to be able to bring this one in, and they do. Pretty much the same look we've been seeing from the Aggies. Agnew sends it up top. Nice handle by Markman. Now Scott coming from behind, trying to get her shot off. Does, but just over the top of the goal. 52 on the shot clock. Gebhardt working the pick. Markman gets her hands free. Hanging with Wesley Pipes as that one comes off the crossbar. But another good scoring opportunity for the Aggies. Officials coming over to the sideline. Over to the scorer's table. Looks like it might be a clock issue, but they're getting it resolved. Shot clock still running. Call coming from the sideline. Markman coming downhill. This little flip to Agnew. Cuts back. Double was there to help. And that one finds the back of the net as the Aggies break the seal. Nice little bit of offense. Agnew able to get her hands free. Find Natalie Markman in the middle. And the Aggies are on the board at the 2:59 mark here in the first. And that's a big one for UC Davis. Can't win a game if you don't get on the score sheet.
UC Davis goal scored by number 22, Natalie.
And I know you can't see it, but the Jumbotron is pretty sweet. A great job by the SIDs and PR folks here at the athletic department. And majority of the fans sitting here on the near side. Nice way to spend your Friday night. Always fun to see some future Aggies down in the stands. And some life coming from the crowd and the sideline. A little extra pep in the step of the Aggies after getting that first goal. Let's see if they can get another. Had some success playing a little bit of the two-man game on the flip and the pick on both sides, either with Gebhardt or with Markman on the near side. We're out looking for help. Oh, this is a handle. I think Davis is able to come up with it. And they do. Agnew. Pretty shifty. Gators up to the challenge, gets inside. That's going to be a shooting space. I knew when she didn't get that shot off that was likely going to be the call. Going to get a look at Jane Fox out of Baltimore. Big opportunity for the Aggies to cut into this lead. And someone left early. So we're going to get another look at this one. The Florida defender has to go behind the goal. She gets replaced. Fox takes the shot. Another big save by Hoy. And we're going to get another shooting space here. That's a great handle in tight by Lauren Picardi, the senior out of Novato. That's in the Bay Area. Oh, hey, we got our first, I don't know, tweet. In tight, there's the shot. Anxiety, quit trying me. Great finish inside. Lauren Picardi takes the championship step. That's 2 in a row for the Aggies. But that is the answer you are looking for if you are a fan of UC Davis. And so Bert Kesser watching from Orlando. As you might imagine, he's rooting for the Gators. It's okay. We'll let you participate. But I'd love to get those tweets coming in. You find me at CMarshallLSN. Love to hear where you're watching from, who you're watching for, who you're rooting for. Any other questions you might have. That one flipped out. See if the Gators going to get it. They've got the early line on it. And they're able to. Possibility for some fast break action going the other way. Hamilton slows it down, waits for personnel. Gators have been pretty patient. They get into their offense. They look for this one-on-one matchup where they pull all the rest of the offensive players down. And there's a shot off the mark. Falling to the deck from Caitlin Davies. Florida coming in quickly. And that's where they're dangerous. The defense going to sleep. But you see how much space they're giving their offensive players there on the one-on-one. I mean, Davis has to respect the ability for these Gator players to find their teammates. It's going to be Davies again. Goes to her left, takes the shot, and that's a save again from Richardson Pepper. She's been sharp early in this game. Under 30 seconds in the quarter. Shot clock not going to factor in. But this is a big time to get a stop if you're the Aggies. There's Clark comes in, stings the corner. The old broadcaster curse on that one. As they push the lead back to 3 with 17 seconds to go. That said, 17 seconds, plenty of time to find the back of the net as the Aggies and the Gators come together. And got another tweet coming in. This one from Cool Mom. She's not like other moms. Hashtag Go Ags. So love to see that. Hope it's fun for you. It certainly makes it more fun for me. Hope you're enjoying the sound of my voice because it's just me today, and I know I do. Again, 17 seconds on this one. I think you just got to be careful not to let one go in against you if you are the Aggies. And that one's going to go against the Gators. 10 seconds. Got to get going. If they want to try and get a shot off here, you hear the sideline making the call. I don't think she's going to be able to get in close enough to get the shot off, and that is how the first quarter of action is going to end. 5-2 in favor of Florida, but UC Davis towards the end of that first quarter showing some signs of life, showing that they are here to play. So certainly excited to see how the rest of this one plays out. And you look on the season, this is a Florida team that just doesn't take their foot off the gas. You take a look at their scoring distribution over the course of the season so far. First quarter, 39 goals. Second quarter, 36 goals. Third quarter, 37 goals. Fourth quarter, 40 goals. Very consistent in terms of their scoring throughout the games, and even a little bit better in the fourth quarter. So the Aggies are definitely going to have to get something cooking here on the offensive side. Over the course of the season for the Aggies, their first quarter has been their best. Followed by the second, and then the fourth quarter. Third quarter has been a place where they've had a little bit of a lull, but every game is a new game. Taking a look at the schedule for the Aggies, coming in to this one, 3-6 overall. Again, I said earlier they had a pretty tough schedule, but had a nice win against Oregon at home. Coming away with a win against East Carolina, and a W against San Diego State last week. Florida, like I mentioned, coming in on a 6-game heater. Had some nice wins in there. UPenn, Clemson, Mercer, Navy, Loyola, Maryland. Last loss coming to James Madison. James Madison, a team that has been pretty strong, coming with a national championship in the last 6 or 8 years, but certainly a team that, you know, hangs around and will clip you if you're not paying attention. That win against Johns Hopkins in the first game of the season certainly looking like a really good win. North Carolina is always it's always tough to get a win from them. Again, mentioned they had a big win yesterday against Northwestern, so that should shake the rankings up a little bit. But just about ready to get into the action here for the second quarter. And it's like Brian Shawcross coming in with a tweet. Gator fan from Annapolis, Maryland. Thanks for the call. Happy to do it. Thanks for tuning in. Keep sending those my way. Love to hear from you. Annapolis, of course, the home of the U.S. Naval Academy. Super cute little town. Go have a 5-pound shake while you're there. Another one coming in, G. Anthony. Go Gators. Looking for a little bit of zoom on the camera. We'll see if we can help you with that one. Watching from Nelson, Georgia. So love to see some of these non-traditional hotbeds, get some fans watching, get some kids playing. It's always a lot of fun to be in those areas and see some excitement about the sport of lacrosse. And just about back to the action here in the second quarter. Straight up. Batted down. Who's going to run it down? Going to be the Gators. Loses her footing. Ball comes out. Zebra's letting him play. But 2 white shirts, 1 blue going to that ball. Which you like to see if you're a fan of the Aggies. Aggies again working into their offense. Scott from behind. Johnson. And over to Agnew. Loses the handle on the backhand pass. Almost worked out. But the ground ball in traffic comes up the Gators' way. And Gators have been impressive on the clear, showing off the depth of their athleticism. Certainly a calling card of these Coach O'Leary teams. A nice chance to visit with the coaches before the game as they were coming together, talking a little lacrosse there on the sideline. She loses her footing, and the officials are going to come together. See what the call is here. I think the whistle came before the goal. We're going to get a yellow card. So she's going to have to come off. It's Ellie Raffo. Takes a seat in the old sin bin. A little too high. That's a tough call. And it looks like the offensive player from Florida came in, lost her footing a little bit, and, got caught a little bit high. Unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Great save once again. Richardson Pepper having a great game, and that one goosed into the goal. Doesn't matter how they get there, they all count the same. And that one's going to come Florida's way. When the bounces are going your way, they're going your way. Got a couple more of these. I'm level with you. I didn't see who scored that one. See if I can get a number on it for you. But that one made its way into the goal. And that's going to be Clark Hamilton getting the credit for that one. Kind of heads up play. You get in that close and that much traffic, all you got to do is get it towards the goal. Debbie Tucci watching from New Jersey. Go Aggies. Shaylu Bishop cheering on the Gators from New Hampshire. So thanks for tuning in. Love to hear from you guys. Hope you're having as much fun as I am. And lead back to 4. And that one's going to make its way out of bounds. Oh, official initially pointed for the Gators on that one. Gave the old universal my bad signal. And that one's coming back for the Aggies. Davis able to get that one across without any issues and get back into their offensive set. When Davis has been able to work through their offensive progressions, they've been able to find some decent opportunities, but you see the matchup problem that some of these Gators show, and that one, a little bit of an errant pass, too tall, goes out of bounds, and that's going to be an unforced turnover. Got to step into those passes. And Gabby Green coming downhill. It's like she's got the green light. And that's another save by Richardson Pepper. That'll be 6 or 7 at this point. Number 6 by my count. It's a really strong showing. It's like Agnew wants it. Gebhardt. Now Picardi trying to turn the corner. Walking the tightrope right there on the crease, but unable to get the shot off. 48 on the shot clock. Let's see what the call was there, but it looks like it's going to go against the Gators. And that's going to create a free position shot. And Picardi coming in tight, gets past her defender. Trail check gets her. As that one doesn't make it into the net, but nice defensive play there by Florida. And opportunity goes begging for the Aggies. Picardi gets by again, takes the shot. Big save by Hoy. Looks like that one hit her in the lid. That's why they wear helmets. But Davis again, being dangerous on offense. Agnew takes the rip on the sidearm, top shelf. As Agnew takes one back for the Aggies. And here at the 10:43 mark, UC Davis cuts the lead to 3. Alex Agnew, grad student, pursuing a Master's of Management here on campus at the Graduate School of Management. That's a brand new program for this year. So if you're interested in pursuing a graduate business degree, Davis is a good place to do it. Not sure what the holdup is here as the official came over for some sort of explanation to Coach Isidore. And we're going to get back to the action. A lot of empty space there on the far side of the field. Saw it go there last time. That one snatched out of the air. It's another draw control win for the Aggies. Alana Scott's been very active. Gebhardt gets it. When Davis got their first two, kind of a quick succession. Would love to pull another one back here. Cut the lead to 2. Like she had her if she rolled back. Looks like they're going to get her on a dangerous play on the charge there. That's a tough call. Anyway, you slice it, that one going back the Gators' way. Gators looking for the matchup they want. Seem content to take a little bit of time off the clock here before they start going into their offensive set. As rotations start. I like this matchup with Hamilton. She gets to her left hand, moves it again. Nothing there. To pull it back up top. Hamilton again. Likes her matchup. Goes to the right this time. Wants it back in her left hand. That one again. Bounce goes Gators' way. Pulls back, loses the handle. 20 on the shot. There's Hamilton, and she's going to get an opportunity here. A free position from the corner. 8 meters out. Oh, and there's a great trail check again. That's 2 in a row. 1 for the Aggies, 1 for the Gators. And there's a shot inside. Back cuts the defender, finds the back of the net. And the Gators don't want them getting any closer than 4 goals. Looked like it was Caitlin Davies on the finish. Able to back cut her defender. Great look inside. Franny Hahn threading the needle. And not a whole lot you can do on that one if you're Richardson Pepper. You get a one-on-one. You really just got to guess right or hope the ball hits you. Looks like Sierra Schmidt out there for the for the Aggies. Seen Alana Scott do a lot of the work. Sorry, that was Simperman. But it's going to go the Gators' way. So we dip under 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Gators looking for the matchup they like. Gabby Green rolls to her left. Nice look inside after the double comes. Loses the handle. That one's going to stay with the Gators. Generous to give the shot there. Don't get a reset as we dip under 40 seconds on the shot clock. Isaacson. So we get a little bit of a look here at this second offensive unit for the Gators. Nice defense, keeping Hamilton in front. That one off the mark, outside of the goal. Who's going to come away with it? Going to be the Gators. Gave him a reset on that one. And nice ground ball through traffic for UC Davis. It's Kate Sullivan comes out of the pile with it. Dahmer's turning on the Jets as she gives the Aggies another opportunity on offense. Gebhardt working from behind the goal. Gebhardt, great vision, able to use her height to her advantage. See some of those passing lanes. And we'll see what the call is here. And I think that's going to be the card going against the Aggies. See a woman up opportunity here.
The UC Davis green card issued to number 5.
So it's a green card going against Bacardi. Going to see an explanation up here at the table. Yeah, see if I can find out what was going on there. But either way, going to have an extra player on offense for the Gators. And that's going to be a shooting space violation once again. And it's tough. You got to stay tight. That's Josie Hahn. Be coming in from the 8-meter. Takes the shot. That one's on the outside of the goal. As Aggies with an opportunity to take some of the time off the penalty here. So we got Picardi still on timeout. Agnew back to help. She's got to get going. They're going to be able to get it across, and they do just in time. And Aggies back to full strength. So nice penalty kill for UC Davis. Coming downhill looking for help after the quick double. And we're going to get a call. That's going to be a push. Looks like it's going against the Gators. And so I think we'll get another free position shot. Let's see where they put her. It's like that second hash. Loses the handle immediately. That was Tori Agnew, but Aggies get it back. But just 11 seconds left on the shot clock. They need to get the shot off here quickly. I've seen one shot clock violation, and that's going to be a push going against the Gators. There's 3 seconds left on the shot clock. See the ball's coming in. Tough angle here. See if Scott can hit the frame. And she does. And that one finds the back of the net. Just about that action. Call her mishandle it. The Aggies take another one back. But that's a big-time play for the Aggies down right at the end of the shot clock. 3 seconds left. Steps into it. Finds the back of the net. Tough one for Hoy. Clearly got a piece of it. But anytime it crosses the line, they're going to put a dash next to your name. So the 3:53 mark here in the first half is back to a 3-goal game. The Aggies hanging around. And your reminder, you can send your tweets in to me at CMarshallLSN. Love to hear from you where you're watching. What you think of the game so far? Nice handle there by Corey. As Gators going back on offense. Back up to Green and to Hamilton. Isaacson Gators looking for their matchup. Seen them take about 30 seconds off the shot clock before they even think about heading towards the goal. Pull that rotation through. Get a bit of an ISO. Hamilton gets to her left once again, takes the shot, finds the back of the net. Toss your hats, that's 3 for her. She is a tough matchup. That pushes the lead back to 4 as the Gators answer immediately. Every time the Aggies come up with a goal, there's an answer to that from the Gators. Is they don't want them getting any closer than 3. And Kate Ross tuning in. Go Gators from Gainesville, Florida. Some adjustments being made around the circle. The officials try and get the placement right. A little bit of an early start. That one going against the Gators. That's coming up Aggies. It's Jones coming downhill. As the Aggies look to put another one in the old onion bag. With an ISO matchup here. So double comes, checked out. Nice handle by Gebhardt. Now Fox coming downhill. And she's going to get an opportunity from the 8-meter. They're going to push her all the way out to the 12. .41 seconds left on the shot clock as we get under 2 minutes to play in the half. Nice look inside, good handle, can't get the shot off. Rollback, defense up to the challenge. Flip to Fox, looking to get by. But again, Gators defenders matching feet. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Gets the shot off, can't find the frame. Oh, and they gave her a reset. Coach O'Leary doesn't like it. We'll see what the official call is. See if they saw maybe Hoy got a piece of it coming over the top, but didn't hit the frame other than that. I mean, the official closest to the goal was the one who made the call. That would give him a fresh 60 seconds on the shot clock. And the officials come together and make the call that one is going to expire on the shot clock, and that one's going to be a foul. It's going to be high. That's going to be a card going against the Aggies. Zalana Scott is going to take a rest, and tough timing on that one with just a minute to go here in the first half. You know, those are goals that you really don't want to give up right at the beginning and right at the end of quarters, but especially going into the break. So Gators with a really good opportunity here to push the lead to 5. But if you're the Aggies and you can manage to keep the Gators off the score sheet for the final 45 seconds, that'll provide some really good momentum going into the break. Wide open on the doorstep. Easy as you like for Jordan Basso, the Rye, New York product, as the lead is now 5 in favor of the Gators. That's tough. Down a player. Snuck away. Able to get there on the doorstep. Not a whole lot you're going to be able to do if you are Richardson Pepper. Just not in a position to be successful there. And it looks like Giancarlo Parasuti. Go Ags from the Nutmeg State. You know, I'm usually pretty good at trivia, but I am not sure which one that is. But thanks for tuning in. In 34 seconds, saw the Gators get one right at the end of the first quarter. It looks like they're going to try and add another one to their tally, get to double digits. It's 17 seconds. There's the backhand shot. What a finish. It didn't look like Richardson Pepper ever saw that one. And it looked like that one was coming from Jenny Markey. She's a grad student out of Mount Sinai, New York. And that is a tough one. If you were the Aggies going into the break, you have 2 goals in the final 45 or so seconds. So really need to make sure you don't let another one in here with 13 to play. Certainly possible, but not easy. That one comes up Gators again. They're going to have to move quickly. 7 seconds. Calling for the shot. Streaker coming down. And that one off the mark. And that is how the first half is going to end. Davis got it down to 2, but Florida with their foot back on the gas pedal, pushing it to 6 as we head into the break. But don't go anywhere. We got another half of lacrosse action coming your way here from Davis, California. I'm Chris Marshall. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a few.
University Credit Union is the official credit union of UC Davis. Experience better banking when you bank with your brain. Gain access to exclusive member benefits, low loan rates, high yield checking, and much more. Visit ucu.org to join today. University Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Calling all UC Davis fans, celebrate an Aggie win with a refreshing ice-cold Pepsi and take your fandom to the next level. Pepsi is a proud sponsor of UC Davis athletics, and the vibrant taste of Pepsi fuels all UC Davis fans to a victory. Pepsi, the official sponsor of UC Davis athletics. Aggie football is back. Don't miss your first chance to see the team in action at their spring game on April 26th at 4 p.m. Free for all fans, there will be giveaways, games, and much more. Make sure you mark your calendars today. Fans, UC Baseball returns to Dobbins Stadium for a doubleheader as the Aggies continue their series against the Cal Poly Mustangs. After that game, all kids will be invited to get autographs from their favorite Aggie athletes and run the bases. For more information, visit ucdavisaggies.com. Women's water polo returns next door at the the Shaw Aquatic Center on Saturday, April 12th at 12 p.m. as they host Long Beach State for Pride Day. The game is free admission for all fans. For more information, visit ucdavisaggies.com.
And welcome back to UC Davis Health Stadium in beautiful Davis, California. Happy to have you with me here tonight. Reminder, this broadcast fully interactive. You can find me on X at CMarshallLSN. Love to see those tweets coming in. Take a look at the stats from the first half. I think if you're on the Aggies side, serious bright spot. Richardson Pepper with 11 saves on the day. Of course, 10 against, but she's having a really nice day. Scott, Markman, Agnew, and Picardi, the goal scorers for the Aggies. On the other side, you look at the shots and the shots on goal. 25 shots for the Gators, 21 of them on goal. That's an excellent clip. Only needed 3 saves. Slight advantage in the draw controls, 19-17. More fouls as well, 10-3. Both teams perfect, 15 for 15 on the clears, 9 for 9 for Florida, 6 for 6 for the Aggies. 7 turnovers for the Aggies versus 3 on the other side for the Gators. 4 Gs for Clark Hamilton. She's been a real matchup problem for the Aggies, especially when she can get to her left hand. She's still out there, but I think you look at the stats, and certainly more opportunities being created by the Gators. But the Aggies hanging around. I think the game closer than the score at the moment. Those 2 goals in the final 40 seconds for the Gators at the end of the half. So big opportunity here if you're the Aggies to have a little bit of a counter punch. Another tweet coming in from Bert Kesser. Good game call, Chris. So far. That's ominous. But thanks for tuning in. Also, since I know you were wondering, Nutmeg Steak is Connecticut. So I learned something today. And right back to the well. Clark Hamilton loses the handle. His first kind of unforced error we've seen from her. She's a great player. But Aggies heading back the other direction. Kelly Shorts fighting through the quadruple team, gets to Agnew. Always like to see your attackers coming back to help. And Aggies looking to pull one back here. Let's match it from up top. That one checked out. Agnew had a line on it. And that one's going to come up Aggies. That's who's going to be the shooter. And good spot right at the top of the 8-meter. Going to be Lauren Picardi. And she's taking a couple of steps in before she's taking her shots. And that one finds the back of the net as Picardi gets her second of the day. And she is not throwing away her shot, as they say. But that's a big one for the Aggies as they cut the lead back to 5. But you need to take advantage of these opportunities when you get them. And that's about as good an opportunity as you're going to get from the 8-meter straight up top. So well done. I'm really enjoying these promo videos on the Jumbotron. You should come to these games in person. Just about ready for the draw here. Do my best to get the numbers for you on the draw. Then Simperman for Davis. And looks like that is Callie Bishop for the Gators. And see if they go back to Hamilton again. I'm finding some space at those top corners. Right about where the 10-yard line meets the 12-meter. As yards and meters living in harmony here on the field. And we're going to get a free position shot for the Gators. That's going to be Monaco looking for her third. Gets inside. Little pressure from behind. It's going to be a push. See if they're going to let her shoot again, or if they're going to bring that one in from the back. And looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. She's going to improve her angle. And an opportunity here to get her third. Monaco takes the shot. Cool as you like. Great composure inside. A couple of fakes and sends that to the bottom corner. Would have been a very difficult save for Richardson Pepper. And another immediate answer for the Gators as they push the lead to 11-5. And looks like we're going to see Callie Bishop and Simperman for Davis out going for the draw. You've been pretty consistently those two players, I think, so. Have to think that the tweet coming in is looking for Callie Bishop. As there's another win for the Gators. As they get their offensive personnel out on the field. It's Ava Ty coming into the game. Haven't called her number yet today for the Gators. On that far side. So they've got Hamilton working behind. Look like maybe trying to get her a different matchup. And pretty shifty. It's Ty coming downhill. And she's going to get an opportunity from the 8-meter. Florida's been dangerous. Well, I mean, everywhere. But especially from the 8-meter shots. Great collapse defense. And that one sneaks right through. But what a save by Richardson Pepper. That's her 12th save of the night. Now, let's see if they're going to get a call going against the Aggies. Fans don't like it. Based on the haircuts, probably some undergrads. Mullets are back. Love to see it. Going right back to the matchup. Ty coming downhill. Nice back cut, good help defense. Aggies looking real active here defensively. Whew. Nearly gets by, takes the shot off the pipe. Who's going to come away with it? Still Gators as they get a reset. Right back to the same matchup, this time from up top. Flip play. Is Monaco. Looks for it. Flip again. And that one finds the back of the net. That's Gabby Corey making it look easy. Shooting right off the hip. And that pushes the lead to 7, the largest of the day for the Gators. And same matchup we've been seeing here in the draw circle. It's going to be Bishop and Simperman. In favor of the Gators in the circle, 12-7. Now it heads towards the corner. Nice ground ball by Markey. And Gators again coming downhill. Ashley Dyer looking for some space. Able to get in the offensive zone. Oh, and there's another save, and looked like that one got backed up. Very close call. But that one's going to go the Gators' way. I think that's 13 for Richardson Pepper. Hamilton working, sends it up top. Gators being a little bit more aggressive on offense here. And see what the call is here from the official. Looks like we got Markey on the 8-meter for the Gators. Sticking her right hand. And that one knocked down by the defender. But at minimum, that's a save in my personal record book. And Richardson Pepper gonna have a chance at a 20 spot here. And good help. That is the first blown clear of the day for either team. And Gators right back on offense. Markey with the matchup. Goes to her right, tries to turn the corner. Nice help defense, good recovery. And again, you see how far the rest of those offensive players open up. And again, seeing the speed of Hamilton cause problems for this Aggie defense. And I mean, you know when Hamilton gets the ball in her stick, she's a shooter. And there's the fake and the save. Once again, Richardson Pepper up to the challenge. But 30 goals on the season for Clark Hamilton, just 5 helpers. So when she gets it, she's heading for the cage. Every team needs someone like that. Aggies going into their offensive set. Agnew flashed free for a second there. Kind of like the patience here as the call comes in from the sideline for the Aggies. Been playing a lot of defense so far here in the third quarter. Another call coming in as they get to 25 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, great look inside. Awesome footwork to stay out of the crease is Audrey Carr. She is loving her Aggie era. And that cuts the lead back to 6. And Audrey, the Novato product at a Marin Catholic. It's always interesting to see when you're going through these rosters. Obviously, historically, you've seen a lot of, players from the South on this Florida roster. But I mean, you can pull from anywhere at both of these schools, good academic schools. And so I remember the first time I looked through this Davis roster, I was surprised that there weren't more California students, local students, and when you have number 6 public university in the nation, you can pull from anywhere. But it's always fun to see new areas, different areas that I'm less familiar with and that haven't been as big in the lacrosse world as, Long Island and Baltimore getting into the action. certainly a growing sport, and love to see high-level players coming from all over the world. Before we get ready for lacrosse joining the Olympics in LA in 2028. Somehow snuck that one in. Wow, that's a great finish from Jordan Basso. Zero angle on that one. Looked like she was standing behind the goal. Got her stick out there and somehow snuck that one through. That's a tough one because Richardson Pepper got a piece of it. And, you know, those ones are the ones that hurt the most. If you get a piece of it and you're in good position and it still managed to trickle in, but that's an excellent finish. Another tweet coming in from Cool Mom. Well, thanks for tuning in, you know. Super excited to be here. And again, you can send your tweets my way at cmarshallLSN. Love to hear from you guys. This is a lot of fun for me as Coach Isidore wants to talk it over. The lead is 7, but Davis has been creating some decent opportunities on the offensive side. Take a look at the old stat book here. And again, we talked about the consistency in scoring for Florida. Over the course of their season, they've been very consistent in terms of their goal scoring quarter to quarter. 5 in the first, 5 in the second, 3 so far in the third. That's 13 total for you non-math majors. But if you look at some of these other stats, you know, two miss clears here in the second half for the Aggies. Still 9 for 9 on the other side for the Gators. I think the stat to me that's most impressive is 33 shots, 28 of them on the frame for the Gators. That's incredibly efficient when you're looking at that. You 33 shots, 13 of them finding the back of the net. That's more consistent with what you're looking at. Still shooting at a pretty good clip, you know, over 35%. But you look at the shooters, and you get 9 shots for Hamilton, 7 shots for Monaco. I mean, those are your most dangerous goal scorers, and it is usually a good strategy to get the ball in the hands of your best goal scorers if you would like to score goals. So certainly paying off for the Gators so far. Good distribution to the scoring on the other side. Scott, Markman, Agnew, 2 for Picardi, 1 for Carr for UC Davis. But certainly going to need to score in bunches if they want to come away with an upset victory against the number 7 team here in the country. Hoy with 4 saves on the day. Hasn't seen nearly as much rubber. 15 shots, total 10 on the frame. I think the big number for Davis is 15, and that's the number of saves we've seen from Richardson Pepper. You know, I mentioned earlier she might go for 20. You know, at this rate, she could get to 25. She's been playing great. But if I'm handing out game balls for these two squads, I think it's Richardson Pepper on the Aggie side and Hamilton for the Gators. And the Gator basketball team having a nice little run right now as well. Haven't been this dangerous in the old Billy Donovan days. And right back to Hamilton. Quick double. But they're going to get a shooting space here once again. Let's see if she comes in a hash or if she's all the way in the corner. And that's going to be Monaco. She has been deadly on these and scored from this exact spot. And sneaks that one in. The flag's out. The goal's going to stand. That's just a good finish. Great body control as she's going to the ground. Keeps the stick high and able to pot that one in the top left corner. Stick side. So, I mean, that's an excellent finish. I don't think that Richardson Pepper was expecting that one. Degree of difficulty, 10 out of 10. Requires core strength that I do not possess. To do something like that. So excellent finish from Monaco. As she gets her 4th of the day. So 4 goals for Hamilton, 4 goals for Monaco. That pushes Monaco up to 33 on the season. And Bishop able to win that one to herself. Looked like she was going against Sophia Garona out of St. Francis High School, a local product here in Sacramento. The sister school of my alma mater, Jesuit High School. That quick double coming to Hamilton seems to have neutralized her a little bit. And that one checked out. Nice play by Davies. It's now Hahn. Moves it across. Markey coming downhill. By her defender. Can't tell if that was a save or it hit the pipe. Got to come up Aggies here. And it's called going against the Gators, but quick restart. The Aggies get it. Dangerous pass. But handled nicely by Dahmers. And Aggies back on the offensive side here. We go through their set. Created good opportunities. Just haven't been able to put the finishing touches on some of these shots. And working through the pick game as Agnew flips it back. Oh, wow, what a rip. Great save by Hoy. But she tracked that one the whole way. Love to see her change the plane on that one, go high to low. But it appeared that Hoy read the scout. And Gators going back to taking a little bit of the time off the clock here. Saw them bleed about 30 seconds off in the first half before making a real attempt at the goal, but right back to Hamilton like this matchup. Davis doing a good job of adjusting on defense. Florida was getting what they wanted on that individual matchup on kind of the ISO, where they rotate the rest of the offensive players to the far side. Makes it a lot more difficult to come across without giving a shooting space up. There's another save. Richardson Pepper. That's 17 by my count. Unofficially. CJ Urbanik gets some help out of the box. It's Tori Agnew. Able to walk the tightrope. Stay in bounds, looking for some help. Looks like going to be a call going against the Aggies. Didn't get a clear look at the call, but that one's coming up Gators. And nice handle as that one comes across. Pays the price. She hits the deck after a little bit of a push there from Dahmers. And they're going to get a foul call there. Looks like Dahmer's going to be able to stay out there. Gabby Corey gets some help from Green. And now Florida getting a shot from the 8-meter. Looks like Ava Ty pulls it out. And staying with the Gators, they got a fresh reset. 60 seconds still on the shot clock as we get under 2.5 minutes to play here in the third. Hamilton, great look inside. Green couldn't handle it. Dahmer's fighting through the traffic. A lot of blue shirts. But rolls away from it, gets some help from Audrey Carr. And coming downhill, Picardi couldn't quite turn the corner there, but there's a shot inside. Great trail check to knock that out of Scott's stick. Like that was Dyer. But Scott was by, and great trail check just to prevent the scoring opportunity. And Callie Bishop's mom tuning in, very proud of her on the draw for the Gators. Rachel Peters watching from Gainesville, love being their student manager. Manager super important to the success of the teams. I think we saw that here in the tournament for Mackney State, which was great. But love to see managers tuning in, rooting on their squads. So thanks for tuning in, Rachel. Keep those tweets coming. Love to hear from you at C. Marshall LSN. Davis looking for some daylight. Been really impressed with how well the Gators are recovering. And there's the shot from outside from Gebhardt. Right at the end of the quarter, and that's all you could do at that point as you hear the countdown from the sideline. So as we head into the fourth quarter, 8-goal lead as these two squads trading goals, 4-2 in favor of the Gators in that one. Had a question coming in from Kate. She's a Gator fan watching from Maryland. Any thoughts on the national championship contenders? Boston College is the scariest team to me. They are just laying waste to teams right now. They're really, really strong. I mean, you've got three scorers with over 50 points on the season: Davis, Lopinto, Clark. Clark was 72, 56 Gs. They're just playing at such a high level, and they're not playing close games either. That's the thing that I think is so impressive. You look at their matchup with Stanford last weekend. They went there and beat them at home 17-9. That's a top 10 team, and that's a really impressive victory. I think when you look at the national picture, you got to look at North Carolina. Obviously, they had a big win over Northwestern this week. Yesterday, I think. And, I mean, Northwestern's always tough. Hopkins, Florida, Stanford, Syracuse, all in that next kind of tier, I think, of teams that can be really dangerous. But, you get a little further down the list. James Madison obviously has a victory against this Florida squad. So there are some really good teams. I think Boston College is standing alone atop the mountain at present. Coach Walker's done a masterful job of pulling together talent there in Boston, and UNC is always dangerous. And Northwestern has gotten back to what we've seen from them in the past when they went on that big run of championships, and you can never count out Coach Amani Hiller. So I think it's a really exciting time to be a fan of women's college lacrosse, and I think there's quite a bit of parity. I think gone are the days of one team, Maryland, being dominant over the others. I think that you got to go out there and win the games, and I think there's 5 or 6 teams that are in serious contention in terms of the national championship picture. So I hope that provided a little bit of insight. But I'm excited for May this year and seeing how this plays out. But I think the smart money is on BC at this point. But they play the games for a reason. Games aren't won on paper, and so they got to go out and and win those games. But they've been very strong. But thanks for the question. And keep those coming in my way at C. Marshall LSN on X. Love to hear from you. But as someone that grew up in California, not far from here, Sacramento, and spent some time in the hotbeds, it is great to see these teams coming out here and playing against Davis. Again, you get Notre Dame and Florida coming out here, both in the top 15 when we got here, and so I think it's great to see these teams traveling, and you can get some good games here on the West Coast. So excited for the future as the Aggies get the first crack at the offense. Here in the fourth quarter. Looks like Florida may be in a zone. No, not passing off. But 40 seconds left here on the shot clock. But Florida's done a really good job filling the gaps. There's the switches coming across the top. And that's going to be a call going against the Gators. So not super dangerous in terms of scoring from the 12-meter, but, get a chance to reset. Picardi looking for her third. Agnew. Again, trying to fight through the triple team. And Alana Scott has been able to get to her spots, but just hasn't been able to get the shots off. She lines up from top center from the 8. Good opportunity here once again. Stings the corner. What a finish. It's a vibe. Do your dance. Let them watch. Love to see it. That's a big-time finish. Just the step-down shot, top shelf, a la Izzy Skane. But that's a big-time goal, and it's a big momentum goal. When you can go in there and really put one in there top shelf. And that's her second of the game on 6 shots. Pretty efficient shooting day. And both of these teams shooting pretty efficiently. But 18 saves for Richardson Pepper on the Aggie side. So Simperman for the Aggies. And Bishop again for the Gators, and that one gooses out for the Aggies. And Scott, once again, been calling her name a lot for this Aggie squad. Gebhardt taking some punishment and then running through the pick. I think we're going to see a card here, and we do. Can't do that. But, that's something you got to be cognizant about in these games. The pick is coming. Running through it is going to get you some time in the old penalty chair. That's Teresa Bragg out of Severna Park, Maryland. I think this might be the first extra player opportunity here for the Aggies. Been a pretty clean game for the most part. Gebhardt working from up top. These rotations are starting. Like something opened up for just a second. Florida doing great on these rotations. They're trying to thread the needle, get it inside. Defender sticks inside. Great switch. Davis just isn't able to find any gaps. Going to have to back cut one of their defenders. There's Gebhardt turning the corner. Gets by the defender, tries to get the shot off. Unable to do so. But we're going to get a shooting space. Looks like she might get to take it from right at the top. Again, same spot we just saw Scott score from. At this point of the game, you know, you get a big opportunity to take one back. You know, palms are sweaty, knees weak, your arms are heavy, you're tired. See if she can answer this moment, and she does. One shot, one opportunity. Big time finish. Gebhardt gets her first. And it's back to 6 goals and some excitement down on the Aggie sideline. Stormtrooping all white. Feel a little bit of the energy. And that's what you want to see. Coach Isidore, got to get your team excited. Take a couple of these goals back. Momentum is a fickle beast. So we get ready for another draw. And officials letting them play. And that one comes up Aggies once again. Looked like the Gators made a change there for the draws, but I couldn't get a good look at the number up here from the press box. And Aggies, a little pep in their step right now. Oh, Gebhardt rolling to that left, takes the shot. Still 45 seconds left on the shot clock. 11-11, make a wish. I know if you're the Aggies, you're wishing for victory. Well, and that's going to be a call going against the Aggies. As Gebhardt took down one of the defenders. Time and room. Look out. Gets it back. Markey. Great handle. Didn't look like she was expecting it. Inside pipe. Pops out. Hamilton gets inside. I think she got pushed. But a big opportunity for the Gators goes begging as that one hits the pipe. Hamilton ball on her left, looking for her fifth. Oh, nice look inside. Give up a good opportunity for a great opportunity. They say teamwork makes the dream work, and she had some help. But that's just good offense. Well done. Everyone was expecting Hamilton to shoot that, and she gets her 6th apple of the season. Heads-up play. And nice finish. I think even Richardson Pepper was not expecting that. It was a quick finish in tight. And that came from Franny Hahn. And again, going to be Simperman for the Aggies here on the draw. And again, draw control coming up. Aggies. And I think that was Ashley Dyer, 28. Jenny Woodings on the draw for the Gators. Pass a little bit behind, and Aggie's able to come away with it, but still fighting through traffic. Still some work to do. Let's see what the call is here. Looks like a trip. And it's going to be Aggie ball. I think they're going to get a reset here. Otherwise, they're going to have to get moving. There's Scott. Brings it up the field, finds Picardi. Behind to Gebhardt. But Aggie's definitely showing some signs of life here in the fourth quarter. As they look for the matchup. Oh, boy. Picardi flashed open there for a second. Scott looking for help. 35 on the shot. Now Picardi. Carr rolls away from the pressure. Quick double. Back to Picardi. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Got a little bit of lane inside if she can get there. And great finish by Picardi. Aggies clawing their way back into this one. As Picardi gets her third of the game. Toss your hats. And that cuts the lead back to 6. 8.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Still plenty of time, especially the way they've been playing in the draw circle, getting these possessions. Again, looks like Woodings for the Gators back out there. See Bishop on the sideline. She's not talking to a trainer or anything. Maybe just getting some reps for Woodings. That's going to be a hold going against the Gators. And Aggies again going to get onto the offensive side. Jane Fox. But some real momentum here for the Aggies. Aggies have put in 3 of the last 4 goals. Oh, that one comes across. So who's going to come away with it? Goosed out. Coming up Aggies. Gets the push. See if we might see a card here. Ooh, I think we're going to. Can't do that. With the cross check. Nice sell on the push. Either way, Gators are going to be down 1. And an opportunity for UC Davis to cut it to 5 and get into double digits. See if they can take advantage.
Florida yellow card issued to number 24, Gabby Corey.
And that's Gabby Corey, who's going to spend some time on timeout. Florida's player down defense has been impressive. Really good job at their rotations. The lanes that open close quickly. Looks like they wanted the shooting space there. Gebhardt, as she was coming downhill for a crank. Gebhardt with the skip. Aggies getting the rotation moving. Gebhardt again. Absorbs the pressure. Aggie moving the ball quickly. Nice look inside. There's Scott. Takes the shot. Can't find the back of the net. 40 seconds left on the shot clock. Good defense there to disrupt the shooting angle. But Aggies with a good opportunity there on the doorstep on the back cut by Scott. Scott again looking for help. Last time we saw Gebhardt on the skip. That started the rotation. Opened the space up for Scott. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Gebhardt again with the skip. Looking for help inside, 6 seconds. Look inside. What a handle. What a finish. Must be some yawling or drawl, because that was sweeter than a Georgia peach. It's another check mark next to Picardi's name. That was an unbelievable handle. That's her 4th of the day on 8 shots. Looks like Coach O'Leary wants to talk it over with the Gators. But serious signs of life here in Davis. The count in the 4th quarter, Aggies 4, Gators 1. So a little bit of excitement here late in the evening. But taking another look here at the stats. Again, that's 4 for Picardi. Scott's got 2. 1 for Carr, 1 for Gebhardt, 1 for Agnew, 1 for Markman on the other side. 4 for Hamilton, 4 for Monaco, 2 for Fanihan, Davies with 1, Markey with 1, 2 for Basso, 1 for Corey. But I think you look at the play between the pipes, up to 18 saves at 55% for Richardson Pepper, 7 saves for Hoy at 41%. Closing the gap on the draw controls, still in favor of the Gators at 16-12. But definitely creating more shots on the offensive side right now are the Aggies, and it's paying off in form of goals. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going. And still have some work to do. Get 5 Gs in 6 minutes, but since the introduction of the shot clock, certainly made things like that a lot more feasible. The days of Jen Adams, you could camp out and hold on to the ball. Obviously, we saw that in the Coach Tierney Princeton teams of the 90s on the men's side as well, which makes Coach Adams' scoring record even more impressive when you think about it. But big opportunity here. Looks like back to Bishop, and she's able to win it for the Gators. Not taking any risks, sending it across the field. An unforced error here. And that one's going to go against the Gators, as they were unable to get the ball across in the requisite amount of time. Aggies coming downhill, opportunity to cut the lead to 4. And that's going to be, looks like an offside call. See if the zebra will give us an explanation. Not that I could hear her, but short explainer.
Green card issued to number 10, Kira Shiglione.
And that was Shiglione on the card. So Davis is going to be a player up. Davis just looking for a lane. So they're trying to get the defense moving. Got him on the skip before. Scott was able to get free in the middle, unable to finish. There's the skip they're looking for. Looked like they wanted the shooting space there, didn't get it. And that one knocked down. So he's going to come away with it. Great individual play. As contact there, Caitlin Davies. Big time play. And ref calling her own time there, making sure Davies is all right, making sure she didn't hit her head on the turf. Of course, player safety, the most important thing. But she looks all right, getting her goggles back on. I think she has to come off. And Davies makes her way to the sideline. And if there's a stoppage for you, if you are banged up and have to make your way to the sideline, likely going to have the trainer take a look at her, make sure everything's as it should be. And that's exactly what's going on. So Agnew with a tough defense, takes the charge. And see what the call is here. It's going against Agnew, and she's going to get a card. Trying to make a play. Didn't pay off in that instance. So it'll be interesting to see maybe the Gators might just take the time off the clock here. A couple different schools of thought. And a little bit of movement down around the crease, but pretty far out. And it looks like Florida is just going to take the full 90 off the clock here. I think at that point, that is excellent gamesmanship. Top-level strategery. And that one's going to come up Aggies. Davis looking to get one back as we dip under 3 minutes. Again, Florida defense slamming the door. This is about the time in the game where I lobby for a 2-point line being added to the college game. Certainly would provide a little bit of extra excitement here. That one's going against the Gators. Going to get an opportunity here from the 8-meter. Looks like Agnew all the way down at the corner hash. So a really tough angle here, but she's quick. Might be able to get across. Look for Scott on the backside. And that one snatched out of the air. Coming the other way for the Gators. So we come towards 2 minutes. And Gators can take almost all the time. What a handle. Here comes Hamilton. Thinking about the shot. Able to get the ball. As Gators can take this down to 30 seconds. And appears the Aggies are going to run out of time, but certainly a valiant effort here in the fourth quarter. Statistically speaking, the fourth quarter has been the strongest scoring quarter for the Gators this year. As once again the Gators taking the time off the clock. Not super easy to get takeaway check at that point in the field. Out by the defender, finds the back of the net. Like Jordan Basso showing off her speed. She pins that one on the far side, right in the lower corner. And that pushes the lead up to 16-10. Sorry, Caitlin Davies on the goal there. It's Davies' second of the game. And we're going to see Simperman and Bishop battling once again. 63 seconds to play. Trying to find some positioning, but again, second one in the row that Bishop's able to win to herself. And now the Gators really can just wait the clock out. Now you look at this game, Florida squad on a really tight travel window after an overtime game just 2 days ago in Philadelphia, no less, to come out here and put a really nice performance together, come away with the victory at Davis. I think something impressive. I think if you're this Davis squad, you really got to be happy about how you closed this game out. It's just about going to do it. Final 5 seconds. As Hamilton's going to wait for the horn, and there it goes. We are final here in Davis, California. 16 in favor of the Gators and 10 for the Aggies. Kay Hamilton tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. I had a great time with this one. First game of the season, so hopefully get the last one as well. But just run through the stats here right at the end. Again, on the Aggie side, 18 saves for Richardson Pepper. Definitely could have been worse. She had a really nice game. 39 shots for the Gators, 34 of them on the frame. Really impressive accuracy on those shots. They were getting good shots, so none of those are gimme saves for Richardson Pepper. Really strong for both teams. 15 for 17 for the Aggies, 16 for 17 on the clears. In terms of the goal scoring, on the Aggie side, you had Scott with 2, Markman with 1, Agnew with 1, 4 for Picardi. And that last one is a highlight reel goal as you see him down there slapping hands. Love to see that. Hashtag sportsmanship. Carr with 1, Gebhardt with 1. On the other side of the ball, Hamilton and Monaco with 4 each. Hamilton gets her 6th helper of the season. Davies with 2, Fanny Hahn with 2, Markey with 1, 2 for Basso, 1 for Corey. Add 7 saves for Hoy. And that's how this one is going to end. Next stop on the schedule is away at Cincinnati for the Aggies. That one is next Friday. Next home game will be on the 12th. That's the final home game. That'll be against Arizona State. Florida heading down to San Diego to take on SDSU. And that will be on the 5th next Saturday. So a lot of miles to get the closer to status here for the Gators. But hope you had as much fun as I did. Signing off for tonight. And the Aggies, I am Chris Marshall. I'll see you next time.